What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the show once again, folks. I'm back on this part 3 of 3 on this d15 Martin guitar. Now, if you remember, we shaved the bridge on this thing. Rather than do a neck reset, the owner wanted to shave the bridge, so we did that. According to my notes, I've just been letting the guitar settle down. It's been setting for 5 days, and it's just been settling down. I've been catching up on some of this other guitar stuff that I can't video, and you know, with all the running and crap. My mom's back home, by the way. She's been back home by the time you see this, probably a week. She's been home. She may be back in the hospital by the time you see it, but she's home now. This is Friday, I think October the 7th. I think it's Friday. No, it's Saturday, October 7th. But anyway, she's back home and doing pretty good. Still won't eat anything though. And, you know, you gotta eat, man. I mean, that's just, you gotta eat if you want to live. And she won't eat anything. Less than 100 pounds now. According to my notes, we left off with 6/64 on the low E string and 4/64 on the high E string. And this is what I've been waiting on to see if anything changed or not. I gotta get under this light to see it. And it did change. Well, that's what we've been waiting for, to see if it would. We were at 4/64 on the high E at the 12th fret. And it didn't change very much, but it did change. Something did. And we were at 6/64 according to the notes. And it's just a slight, tiny little bit. It's not a bitch, it's a nice guitar, man. Slight, tiny bit over 6/64. So let's, I think I know what it was. Probably the neck relief. Let me bring you over here a little bit closer. You can see what's going on, and we'll check it. Now, if you remember, and according to my notes, we set the neck relief at 12 thousandths. And I noted all the way back on this very last fret, because the truss rod is like right there. I mean, right there, you know. It's not going to do very much to this back here, but it does in there, so I'm going to note on the last fret. And I got a 12 here, and we're going to check for, yeah, oh yeah, man, that's more than 12. That did change. That's what I figured it was. That's what always does. I don't know what it is. I'm not even going to measure it because I wanted a 12. It's more than 12 now. So, I'm just going to, I got to tighten that truss rod, and I am not going to do it under string tension, so I won't bore you to death with that. Hold on. I'm going to turn the camera off, loosen all the strings, tighten the truss rod about an 1/8 or a 1/16 of a turn even, a tiny bit, because that's just a little bit of a change, but it's enough to notice in the action. And we'll bring it back and we'll check it again. Hold on. Alright, now I'm up to pitch, and it should be up to pitch according to my tuner anyway. I'll turn it about a 1/16 of a turn. That's a very little bit of a turn. Give me this 12 back here again. We're going to work on the nut on this guitar. It's actually what this is going to be. I hadn't really figured on this changing any, but it did. Yeah, okay, now we're talking. Yeah, baby. Now we have 12 thousandths relief. Check that out. That is so perfect, man. It's a little bit tight on that one and this one, but this one's excellent. Well, no, that's the best one there. Just rust on the end of my thing here, feeler's gauge. Now, this video is about nut surgery. That even sounds bad. I think we measured 22 on that nut. So there's a 15, let's see, 12, and 10. I'm pretty sure that's what we measured before. Yeah. That's awful high nut action. And it's like that across every string. So we got to get that down. I got to get nut files. I'll just leave this out here. Well, I don't want it on 22. We want to get that down to about 18,000. Now, I think the owner told me he wanted this guitar to still be kind of loud, but not buzz. And you know, it's kind of hard to get the action down very low. Oh, I want to check that. Hold on, let's back you off here just a little bit. Let's see if the string action went back to what we had recorded before. Ah, God, every time. Alright, 4, 5, 6. Yes, sir. 6/64, dead on the money. Tightening that truss rod, see, that took some relief out of the neck, pulling it back, and in turn lowered the action. This should be 4/64. It is dead on the money. 4/64. And it sort of rises as you go. 6/64. That's good. That's perfect. This guitar's gonna sound good, man. I will demo it later. Alright, loosen all the strings again. I'm going to do one string at a time, actually. So let me get you zoomed in here and see what's going on. I got nut files. I've got a file that I'm going to, when we file these slots out, the string's going to set down in the nut deeper. They're already too deep. You want to see 6, 5, and 4, at least those three, maybe a little bit on the third string. But 6, 5, and 4 you like to see sticking up above the surface of the nut a little bit. Right now they're not. They might be even with the nut. So when we file the slots out, the string's going to set down in the nut deeper, and then when we get to that point and get the right nut action, I want to round that nut back off and take that off the top so they do sit 1/2 diameter of the string, roughly, should exceed the top surface of the nut. So hold on, I'll get you zoomed in here in a minute. We'll get on this. Let's do it! Alright, so I already got my feelers gauge out here, 18 thousandths worth. Got the correct nut file. I'm going to start on the 6th string. I'm just going to get that out of the way there. And I want the right gauge here. That's a .052. Yeah. Now, if you remember, you want to file in the direction, the same angle as the headstock up here is, okay? You don't want to file that nut flat with the fretboard here. You put the file in there, turn it up like this, and hold it at the angle of the headstock, and point the end of the file toward the, right where the string's going to go, around the peg. And like I say, it don't take very much, man, with these files here. It don't take very much at all. I'm going to try that before I take any more off of it. Now I got 18 here, 18 thousandths. That is very close. You can see that's going on there and still playing, so I'm going to take a little bit more off of it. You got to be careful with these files, man, because I'm telling you what, you can ruin a nut in a hurry. Get the right angle, point it in the right direction, and begin to file. Check for 18. At least I hope you can see that. You got the feelers gauge under there. The string still rings out, so we can go a little more. The key here is just taking your time on each string, because if you overshoot that, you're screwed, man. You've got to either replace, make a new nut, or you can use the baking soda trick. I like to use bone dust and drop in there 1 drop of CA glue, fill the slot, and start all over again. So we really don't want to do that. I wanted to have this guitar, like I say, this is Saturday. I wanted to have it ready to ship back to the owner by Monday. But that's not going to happen this Monday. It's because of all this shit going on constantly. Now you can hear that yourself. We could actually go a little bit more with that. See, I've got the feeler's gauge under the string, and you can still hear it ring out. I can hear that, so one more time we'll do it very carefully. And if we overshoot it a tiny bit, we've got we can go down to 16 thousandths if we want. Really don't want to go that low with this guitar, because I think he's kind of got plans on playing it fairly hard. And there we go. That's good. Yeah, that's 18 thousandths nut action. Oh, it's way better, man. If you could do, I don't know if you can see that on the camera compared to this. Big difference. That string barely moves. This one moves a great deal. Alright, 5th string. I've got to get another file. Here again, you want to make sure you're at the same angle the headstock is, okay? Not down like that, but up, angled with the headstock. Point it right where you can't see that in the video, but point it right where the string wraps around the headstock. That's what you're aiming at. Wow, that's tight. I'll get him started here. This one I'll take a little more off in the beginning than we did the other one, because it's got to go a good ways too. And check it for 18. I think we hit it dead on the money. It's not raising the string up. It's a good snug tight fit. Okay. Now I need yet another file. Alright, this file is just it's a diamond cut file, so it's going to go through that bone really quick. The blue is a medium grit and the red is fine grit. I'm going to start with the blue because we need to go a pretty good ways. Now this is still going to take a long time, even with the diamond grit file on this nut. We're just going to lay it on there and start kind of on the front and roll the file around. I'll have to get on top of the nut at some point and just do this, I'm absolutely sure. But I don't want to flatten it on top. I want to keep that curvature in the nut and make it look nice. I can already see it scratching it, digging in, so I'll use the fine last, and then maybe even go over it with some 1500 grit sandpaper, you know, and polish it up in the end after we get, you know, where we want it at. But this is pretty much what we're doing at the house that never sleep. The original, I might mention. I found out this file, you can see that, is actually faster than that diamond grit file was. I'm just coming across the front up here, rolling it up over as we go, taking more off of the top than anywhere else. But like I say, I don't want to make it flat on top, so every little bit come down here and round him back over again. Maybe you can see some bone dust there. I don't think you're even seeing any dust, man, but it's there. Anyways, I'm going to show you this file. I switched to it, and it seems to be digging in a lot better, a lot faster. Still going to take a very long time, though. That bone, that's a good piece of bone right there, man. Really is. Not all bone is, now you can see some dust. Not all bone is that hard. That's a good piece of bone. Anyways, that's what's going on. Bring you back shortly. It'll be a good while from now, actually. But I'll see you there, Mary. Alright, we have maintained our curvature there. Looks pretty good. I noticed I'm getting some sharp edges here. I'm going to stop there because I think I'm really close. I'm just going to kind of very gently, I hope you can see, very gently remove those sharp sides. There's 4 corners on the top here that are a little bit sharp. And then I'm going to take that diamond grit file and polish it out. Like I say, I might use sandpaper to polish the thing out too. Let's try this medium grit on this first. I'm just going to start here and kind of polish it around. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just putting the roll back in. Well, the roll's into it. I'm just sort of taking the file marks out of it right now. Let me do the fine grit file. See if that makes it look any better. Alright, here you can see it's up to pitch. And you can see how the strings are sticking up above the surface of the nut, okay? First, second, third doesn't matter so much. The fourth, you know, it starts to get more important. The fifth, more important. And the sixth, extremely important. And that's what we have. It's perfect, man. So now, we got to check intonation. Alright, checking intonation on guitars. This is just a piece of foam, okay? I cut that out to set. I'm going to start with the first string. I want to set this foam on all the strings except the first one, okay? That way I don't get any overtones. I get a true sound on that E string, or whichever one I'm reading. Obviously, as I go up, other strings are going to be open, you know, to ring out and interfere. But this works on electric guitars and acoustic guitars. It mutes everything except what you want to hear. There's the high E. And noted. It's dead on the money, man. I don't know what it'll sound like in the camera, but it's dead on. I want to move our foam here up on 3, 4, and 5. Let me turn that over this way. Splatter on that end. I thought. Okay. That's in tune. Harmonic. Noted. It's perfect. Alright, third string. I can get this to stand there now. It's a little, it's flat. Harmonic and noted. Wow, man, it is dead on the money. Alright, now we gotta kill as many as we can this way. Want the fourth string to ring out. It's flat. I might have went sharp. And that's it. Harmonic. Okay, and noted. Dead on the money. We'll check the neck relief real quick again. Make sure it's still at 12. This guitar didn't move much, but over the 5 days I let it settle down, it did move a little bit. Had to tighten the truss rod to compensate for that. It fixed it, and it's still 12, so we're good there. We want to check, let's check the nut action one more time. I know it can't change that much from what we did, but just check it, man, you know what I mean? You can never check this shit too many times. There's 18. I know you guys can't see too good. Oh, look at that, man. It goes under every string. Just perfect. Look at that. Excellent, man. I wish you could see it. Wow. You just got to take my word for it, baby. And string action. I want to make sure that didn't change. Should see 6/64. I pick that son of a bitch up wrong every time, man. You want to see a 6/64 here. It is dead on the money. If I hold it out here where you guys can see what I'm doing, I can't see. I gotta get it under the light. And 4/64. It's a beautiful thing. Now we can fix a drink and listen to it. Hold on. Well, I don't drink as much as I used to. You know, lately it just ain't my style. And hard times don't pass like they used to. They pass quicker, like when I was a child. And somehow I've learned how to listen to the sounds of the sun going down, and the magic the morning brings to me, a song for the life I have found. It keeps my feet on the ground. I've been playing electric guitar. Man, can't play the big strings. But the thing plays way easier than it did. It's very loud guitar. No buzzing. I can play it pretty hard and it's not buzzing. I'm not used to the big strings. Like I say, I've been playing electric guitar. you go, folks. A little bit of a demo, and it's hot in here. There again, let's get the nut where you can see. I don't know if you can see those strings or not, how they set up out of the, on top of the nut, basically. The 6th, 5th, 4th, and 3rd do. First, second and first, not so much. And there you see we're back down to a low saddle again. I mean, you know, that's the way it goes when the neck angle is off and you shave the bridge like we did. We took, well, I think it was like 40 thousandths off of this area of the bridge. Cut it down, shaved it down to expose more saddle so we could lower, you know, take away from the saddle and lower the action. You can look at the action here again. It is extremely low. Check that out, man. Look at this side as compared to before. Check that out. That is nothing, man, compared to what it was before. I'm going to leave it here. It's 6/64 on the low E here at the 12th fret and 4/64 here. That's a little bit higher than I like, but like I said, the owner wants to, you don't want it to buzz, but he wants it to be, you know, still be able to play it hard. I just now proved you can play the shit out of it and it don't buzz. You can play it loud and it don't buzz. So there you have it, folks. I hope you liked the series on this little D15 Martin guitar. This makes, I don't know, I'd have to look in my books and see how many of these I worked on. I have another one, or maybe 2 on video on the channel here. This might be the 3rd one that I videoed, but I've worked on more than that of them, because I remember at least two of them just identical to this. Probably, I don't know, I'm not going to say, it's not safe to say. I worked on several of these, and they all had the same, they all need the neck reset, or either they belly up or whatever. And, you know, I shaved the bridge on, I think the one I have on my channel here, the other one, or the other 2, however many it is. I think I shaved the bridge on both of those. This is the 3rd one on the channel that I've shaved the bridge. I can't remember what I did to the others that I worked on. But they're a good little guitar. I don't know why they all have the same problem. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks. See you, I don't know what will be on next. Getting a D28 Martin in here pretty soon. I'll find out if I can video that or not. Show it to you if I can. I have no idea what it needs. It's a brand new guitar from what I understand, or fairly new. So watch for that. If I can show it to you, I will. If not, I don't know what you'll see. But whatever it is, it's going to be good. Well, it might not be too good. It'll probably be alright. We'll see. Cheers. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Woo! The boogity bop.